Alright, Phase 5 of the MCU is now over, so here's my ranking of Phase 5. Coming in number 12 is Secret Invasion. What a boring show that completely wasted the Secret Invasion story. It's so uneventful, so small scaled, and Nick Fury was not a good lead here. This should have been an Avengers movie. There should have been a whole phase dedicated to this. At number 11, I have Echo. Echo is a pretty solid side character in Hawkeye, but did not need her own show. Everything with Echo's family was boring. There's also a lot of points where the show was just boring to watch. Daredevil was honestly the highlight, and he was a fucking cameo. And number 10 is Loki Season 2. It started off pretty good, but the later episodes got too confusing. Everything was moving way too slow, and I lost most of my interest for it. I also personally didn't care much for the ending. At number 9, I have Agatha All Along. Agatha definitely didn't need her own show, but it was fun at times with the mysteries and the Witch's Road. Although I didn't give a shit about any of the characters really, and the trials in there were hit or miss. And number 8 is Ironheart. It ended up being better than I expected. It had some cool action, but my god, the villain was so boring. Him and his whole crew, who did show up a lot. I also found it to be kind of long. The show would have worked so much better as a special presentation. At number 7, I have The Marvels. I don't think it's as bad as people say. It was a fun watch. The main trio of characters had good chemistry. Miss Marvel especially was the standout, but I don't really have any interest to rewatch it. At number 6, I have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I was more positive on this movie early on. I am lower on it now, but I still think it's fun. It's different than the first two, therefore kind of lost some of the Ant-Man charm, but Paul Rudd is really entertaining. I love that they finally explored the quantum realm, which looks sick and was a good direction for the last movie in the trilogy. At number 5, I got Daredevil Born Again Season 1. I was disappointed with it overall. It lacked Daredevil. Most of the new characters weren't it, but it did have some strong moments. White Tiger, Punisher, Bullseye, some of the action, and it was really nice to see the Netflix Daredevil continue. At number 4 is Captain America Brave New World. I think it's a really solid movie. There's just some parts that could have been polished more, like with the leader and his whole plan, but otherwise, great action, good character interaction, some strong emotional moments, and entertaining. At number 3, I got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I gotta be honest, I haven't watched this movie since it came out, but not because it's bad, but honestly because it's so good. It's so sad at times in telling Rocket's origin. The villain is so cruel, and it's probably the last time we got to see this team of Guardians. It was a great ending to the trilogy. At number 2, I gotta go with Thunderbolts. I love this movie. It was extremely entertaining. I love the characters. Seeing them all come together was a blast. Their reasoning for being together worked, and the movie made me care about them so much more than I did before. And at number 1, it has to be Deadpool and Wolverine. I've rewatched this movie a bunch of times already, and it never fails to give me a good time. It's a movie I genuinely didn't think I would get to see at one point, so I am so grateful it exists.